Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable of the Teacher, Miss Eva and all my friends, thanks for the chance given to me to speak in front of you all. Let us thank for the God to give us healthy time and air for us so we can gather in this occasion. The Noble of our Majesty Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, may sweet his direction in the future. Before I deliver my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Indah Putri Ramadanis. So as you can see on the screen, our topic today is Improving Student Speaking Ability through Mobile Social Networking by Muhassayatullah Al-Fawzan. Okay, first of all, I would like to give you an overview of the content. The first is introduction, the second is literature review, the third is research method, the fourth, finding and discussion, and the last is conclusion. So let's start our discussion with introduction. Language is the tool of communication, has an important role to reveal our intention to someone else. People will be able to express their truth and feeling by using language. Language, communication, and life cannot be separated. Language can be applied in many aspects, such as education, society, politics, economy, and culture. One of the ways in communication is through speaking. By speaking, people can communication with others. Someone usually face some trouble in social interaction, like he or she cannot produce his ideas, arguments, and feeling communicatively. One sometimes can understand what others say, but he or she not able to communicate it. So what are the problems? The first, they were lack of vocabulary to learning English. The second, they were lack of motivation to learning English. The third, they were not fluency and low self-confidence in using English speaking class. And the last, they are shy to speak English in front of their friends. So, from the reason above, the research wants to improve student speaking ability through social media. The use of social media in the learning process today is not just an option. However, we use it as an effort to facilitate students in the learning process. It is undeniable today that the use of social media is now very popularly used an authentic medium in learning, such as example of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others. In learning English, the use of social media is one of the efforts in making the learning atmosphere to be effective and able to facilitate students in training in speaking English. This is because having the ability to speak English is a demand for everyone nowadays. In this globalization area, the necessity to communicate actively and well becomes a necessity in order to compete and cooperate internationally. Next discussion is literature review. Social networking and media can provide rich tools for teaching innovation and compelling way to engage students effectively. Social media plays an important role in every student life. It is easier and convenient to access information, provide information, and communicate via social media. Teachers and students are connected to each other and can make good use of this platform for the working of their education. The use of social media in education provides students with the ability to get more useful information, to connect with learning groups and other educational systems that make education convenient. Social media and social network are an increasing important part of how we communicate and connect day to day. They are key for staying in touch and up to date as well as contributing to our work and being creative. Here's a collection of the best and most interesting social network and social media apps and websites we have looked at help you decide. There are Twitter, Instagram, Skype, and Facebook. From those theories, we conclude that speaking is important to communicate with other people and it used as media to show ideas, opinion, truth, and feeling to others. And the next discussion is research method. Okay, for the research method, we have two research designs. This research given pretest to student, then the research give treatment about speaking by using Facebook group. After treatment is given, the research given the student post-test. So the next is research variable. Was divided into two. They were independent variable and dependent variable. So the next is population and sample. Population and sample of this research was the 10th grade year student used 10 MIPA 1 class, which consists of 31 students. So the next is instrument of research. Used by research will collecting data to make his work become easier and to get better research, complete and systematic in order to make the data easy to be processed. And the next is procedure of data collections. The research was used pre-test and post-test. So meanwhile, post-test was administered after applied social media Facebook. So pretest was administered to the subject before applied social media Facebook. The result we use this item as the pretest and post-test, which include three steps. Those are pretest, treatment, and post-test. So the last research method is technique of data analysis. In this study, the researchers use the quantitative data to know the student ability in speaking after they are taught by using picture on Facebook as media in teaching speaking. The research conduct tested the student before and after they was taught by using picture. So the next discussion is finding and discussion. This finding of this research showed that the mean score in total research of pronunciation and smooth was 3 and 2 and 2, and the post test was 7.5. So this is so student got improvement in their speaking after being taught through mobile social networking. The student ability in speaking English become better than before. It was concluded that after the treatment by using mobile social Facebook, the student were in very good category. It means that using Facebook in teaching speaking stimulates the student to increase their speaking skill. Okay, before I close this presentation, let me give a conclusion. This conclusion is the research use of media social in speaking and the 10th grade is effective to improve student speaking ability. It was provided by the significant difference between student achievement before and after use of media social Facebook in speaking, especially in terms of query and fluency. The student improvement in pronunciation was 18 for 84 and smooth was 99. Practice their speaking skill through social media. One of them is Facebook because it's easy to be present and it's also enjoyable for the student in learning process. And the teacher should provide easy and effective in speaking, therefore they may follow the class or effective and intensive. Okay, thanks for your attention. I hope this presentation has given us a new insight for us. I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.